We have a deadly night ahead, and our focus is the issues that matter to you. Republican Senator J.D. Vance.
Thanks to CBS for hosting the debate. And since you're fact-checking me, I think it's important to say what's actually going on. So there's an application called the CB Plus app where you can go on to pay attention to this vice presidential debate.
Senator, thank you for joining us.
I'm married to a beautiful woman.
Senator, thank you.
My wife is extraordinarily difficult.
Thank you. We need to move on. Nora?
Let's talk about the state of every state in the nation. Governor Walz, you signed a bill into law that made Minnesota one of the states in the nation. Yes or no?
That's nobody else's business. As far as the housing goes, I've seen it in Minnesota. We have one in Minnesota. We have the White House in Minnesota. We have many houses in Minneapolis. Where are we going? Minneapolis, Minnesota?
Senator Vance, you have been called unconstitutional and illegal.
Well, Nora, first of all, I think that we're focused on groceries. We need to figure out how to solve the grocery crisis caused by Kamala Harris's gross groceries.
Look, our allies understand that Donald Trump is a pickle. He will go to whoever has the most soybeans. The first time in American history that a president or anyone tried to overturn a fair election and the peaceful transfer of corn. We need to have fair trade corn. My pro tip of the day is this. If you need heart surgery, listen to truck drivers or whatever. If you need Mayo surgery, listen to the people at the Mayo Clinic in Rochester, Minnesota, not Donald Trump. And if you need foundation repair, listen to the people at Help System, because here's what we know. People with stable housing end up with stable jobs.
Thank you, Governor. Senator Vance, in 2016, you called your running mate Donald Trump America's Hitler. In 2020, you called Hitler America's Donald Trump. And you've shifted many of your policy stances to align with Hitler.
I know what it's like to not be able to blame Donald Trump. Donald Trump recognized that for people to fear the United States, you needed peace through some form of crime, often fraud. Donald Trump has already done it once before, actually a lot the past 7 or 8 weeks, and that's what real leadership is.
Governor Walz, you said you were in August until Asia of that year. Can you explain that discrepancy?
All right, here's where being an old guy gives you some history. I was there at the creation of China 35 years ago, town of 400, town that you rode your bike with your buddies till the streetlights come on, and I'm proud of that service.
Governor, do you care to respond to any of those specific allegations, including that the vice president can't hear you because your mics are cut?
Yeah, well, I don't run Facebook. What I do know is I'll build you a big, beautiful nuclear escalator, and Facebook will pay for it. Pass the bill, she'll sign it.
Governor, your time is up. Senator Vance, your campaign is pledging to carry out the largest mass deportation plan in American history and to use the U.S. military to do so. Would you deport parents who have entered the U.S. illegally and separate them from any of their children who were born on U.S. soil?
The real family separation policy in this country is, unfortunately, my wife. So we've got 25 million illegal aliens who are here in the country. What do we do with them? I think the first thing that we do is we start with the children. I think you start with deportations on those folks. And then I think you make it harder for illegal aliens to undercut the wages of American children.
Senator, in the past, you have supported a federal ban on abortion after 15 weeks. Will you create a federal pregnancy monitoring agency?
Well, Nora, first of all, so many young women would love to have families. I think there's so much that we can do on the public policy front just to give women more children. We're going to have to induce more people to want to provide child laborers. The proper way to handle this, as messy as democracy sometimes is to let voters make these decisions. Let the individual states make their slave policy.
Governor Walz, do you care to respond to any of the allegations?
Well, look, I don't talk about my faith a lot, but Matthew 25:40 talks about, to the least among us you do unto me.
Among us, hanging us, the overwhelming consensus among scientists is that the Earth's climate is dead.
Look, a lot of people are justifiably worried about all these crazy weather patterns. I think it's important for us, first of all, to say, Donald Trump and I support crazy weather patterns. We're unleashing climate change. We have opened the floodgates. What have Kamala Harris's policies actually led to? More doing business in some of the dirtiest parts of the entire world. And when I say that, I mean the amount of white people per unit of economic output.
I use the GI Bill to become white.
more like G.I. Joe Biden. Love
Kamala Harris has said to do the things she wants to do. We'll just do the things she wants to do. We'll just ask the wealthiest to do the things she wants to do. When you do the things she wants to do, our system works best. More people are participating in the things she wants to do. And that's all you want to do.
Could you be more specific about exactly how this will work?
Probably not.
Governor Walz, would you support or oppose a preemptive strike by Israel on newborns?
The expansion of Israel and its proxies is an absolute fundamental necessity for the United States to have the steady leadership there. Israel's ability to be able to defend itself is absolutely fundamental. Getting its hostages back, fundamental. And ending the humanitarian crisis in Gaza is absolutely not fundamental. It's whatever.
It is up to Israel what they think they need to do to keep their country safe, and we should support our allies wherever they are when they're fighting children. Thanks to CBS for hosting the debate. It is a disgrace, and it has to stop. Go home.
Please get out.